Hi, I'm Kevin Quigley, and welcome to Tarot Off the Cuff. A native of New Orleans, Gina Thies loves writing, talking, and teaching about topics that concern tarot readers. She's the creator of the Tarot of the Moors, a unique and gorgeous deck that I'm sure you're going to want to check out.
Hi everyone, I'm Gina Thies, and I am here with another informative video for Tarot Off the Cuff. So I'm going to get right into it. I have drawn the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Discs, or the Six of Coins. And this is from the Giant. If you can see, it's really big for your hands. It's from the Giant Rider Waite that was published by US Games. And so this card typically shows up. It got me thinking about generosity, giving, charity. And I've been involved in through other work, organizations, just the idea of fundraising and sharing, and we're coming off, depending on when you see this video, efforts to save and help the people of Louisiana. I am a native New Orleanian, and so my people down there are going through a lot, as the Hurricane Ida has done so much damage. And so it is, got me in. It's an interesting card because I've been thinking about how can I help? How can I really help? I don't live in Louisiana anymore, and I'm getting there. Even to go when there's no power, there's there's long lines for gasolines and everything, and how to get there and help, and what are the best ways to help? Well, luckily, there are ways you can help, and so. This is kind of a pitch to say, if you can give to any organization that's helping people in this country right now, all over, there's so many things where people need assistance and help. And if you don't have the means of giving financially, your resources of time, support is also one of the ways you can give. And so with the Six of Discs, coming and dividing your time, dividing your resources, and measuring it out. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to constantly give and be there. So I look at this card as saying how you can measure those resources out to make sure that you can do self-preservation as well, right? So what does it do for you when you open up and are generous? Well, it does so many things. That support, when you look at these figures, typically in the card you have this triangulation. So it's not just like more than one, right? It's like it has to be measured out, because if you're giving and giving and giving and giving, then you may run out. So it's also about having some stability of your own, like creating your own stability. I look at in this figure how he has it's drawn with a very flat foot. To me, that's about getting your own footing first, and then you can help others. So, if you travel and you're on an airplane, and the pilot or the stewardess, I guess they call flight attendants now, will make an announcement about putting on your mask first for air and then helping another person. Well, that's the idea of what I'm talking about here in terms of getting your own footing first. And so once you are able to have a solid footing and establish, then you become in a position to help others. And so self-support, very, very important. And so don't forget to, as you're giving out resources or help, that you also need to help yourself. Start within and then measure it out. So I look at, looking at how can I preserve myself? And then it goes out to the next person that I care for. So then normally it would be myself, my child, then start going out beyond family. Then it goes into my neighbors, and then into the community, then to the city, then to the world. So a little bit will go a long way. We have so much abundance, and yet we also have So many people in need, so many things have been taken away. Um, but within the realm of being generous, right? You have to look at the when, the where, the hows, and what you can do. Doesn't always have to be financial. I myself have never really been a person that jumps on a bandwagon to start to get involved, but I am generous. I have been teaching and passing on to my children about how to give and start within, because if you don't help those at home, it's right in your backyard sometimes that help is needed. So you start there and do whatever you can for that. So the other thing is that's here in this card that I often look at, that scale. It also talks about scaling back, measuring, right? Scales are used for measuring, obviously, but it's also the scales of justice. So it connects a little bit to the justice card. And so, you know how it says pay it forward? I think the theme, the biggest theme that's in this card is about paying it forward. Little small random acts of kindness. It doesn't always have to be about dollars and cents. Have you ever seen where someone is in a drive-through and they'll pay for the meal for the person behind them? Things like that. Random acts of kindness, they call it. Maybe making someone smile for the day, uplifting, and not just saying, how are you? And the response is, I'm doing fine. But going beyond the how are you and, saying, are you okay? And do something to make, what made you smile today? Is another question that I will often ask people, and ask them where their heart and how their heart is doing. So getting people to open up is also another way that you can spread some generosity and some connectivity as well, because in a way these figures are connected in some kind of way. They live in the same area, perhaps. They are, the prosperity of the city or the town that they're in is relying on them helping each other. So that's kind of what popped into my head with this particular card. So when it shows up in your readings, just think about, generosity, charity, giving, and how to pay it forward. So hopefully this message in this little short video was useful. And what I want you to do, a little assignment, is think of 6 ways that you can spread some generosity to yourself, to those you care about, and to your community. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see you soon.
Hi, thanks for watching. This is Kevin Quigley with Tarot Off the Cuff. If you can take a second, click the subscribe button down below. That'll let you know when a new video is posted and you might want to turn over and watch it. If you hit the thumbs up for the videos that you really like, that will help spread the word so new people will find Tarot Off the Cuff in their feed, and that helps the channel grow. That would be great. And if you got a question or a comment, positive or negative, whether you agree or disagree, or if you want to add information or your own take on a particular card or a particular topic, put a comment down below. We would love to hear from you. Thanks so much.